This podcast is a Radio Mike original production. Head to radiomike.com.au to find out more. This episode of Harry Potter and the Boys is brought to you by Radio Mike on Patreon and the 20th Century Boy podcast. Head to patreon.com/Radio Mike and for as little as $1 a month, get a bonus podcast every week. And search 20th Century Boy on your favorite podcast app to hear more from me every week. 50 years after the final Harry Potter book, Harry Potter is now headmaster of Hogwarts, ready to usher in a brand new generation of witches and wizards. My name's Radio Mike, and I love Harry Potter. In fact, I love Harry Potter so much that when I was a kid, I wrote a series of 7 Harry Potter fan fiction novels. This is book 2 in that series. Welcome to Harry Potter and the Team Wizard Tournament. Hello, everyone. Welcome to an Owl Post edition of Harry Potter and the Boys, a fan fiction podcast by me, Radio Mike. Oh, guys, bloody hell. Hope you've been well. Hope you've been having a bloody good time. Haven't done an Owl Post in a few weeks, so it's good to be back. 2 chapters have passed. Of course, we had Chapter 8, the Jim Wilkins Choir with the 1001 Songs crew, and Chapter 9, Nearly Dickless Ned with producer Pat. What a classic. Just recorded, actually, Chapter 10, which will be out this Thursday. Sammy Garlep is back. Amazing episode. Great to have Sam back, as always. And just a little reminder, guys, you can leave a review on Apple Podcasts. Would love to see a couple new reviews on Apple Podcasts. As well as that, you can give this show a star rating on Spotify. Currently 4.9 stars with 38 ratings. Would love to get to 40 ratings, guys. Give it 5 stars. We don't accept anything below 4. You can give it 4 stars if you want. Funnily enough, my other podcast, 20th Century Boy, is on 4.8 with 59 ratings. So they're both doing pretty well. Guys, lots of stuff. We'll start off with the Owl Post as normal. Few things to write in. Of course, Amy, official correspondent of the show, has written in. Amy, thanks for being the most loyal listener of the show. Genuinely really appreciate it. She says, "Hello, Hamora Mike. Loving book 2 so far. A highlight was definitely in chapter 8 when Sam did a thumbs up to the cameraman filming the book. Very funny. Great fourth wall breaking moment. Happened in the first book as well, so really enjoyed that." And Amy, always with the quick insight, because obviously in Nearly Dickless Ned, chapter 9, we find out about clownish Kim Jiri, who is looking like they may be one of the main villains in this book or later in the series. She says, "Surely clownish Kim Jiri villain that was introduced in chapter 9 is what Mooney and Mr. Charger were talking about when the boys overheard them and thought they said something about clownfish Kimberly." Amazing attention to detail. I didn't even pick up on that. That would have been chapter 4, Mr. Mooney's Shop of Dark Magic, where yes, the boys overhear them talking about something that they couldn't hear exactly what they said, but they thought they said something like clownfish Kimberly. Almost definitely clownish Kim Jiri, who, looking forward to finding out more about him. So he's described as he was a Hufflepuff who would chop people's dicks off at school, which is a terrible thing to imagine happening to you. And he, I think became a psychopathic murderer, but he never got caught, never went to Azkaban, and also never went to Kazkaban, which we actually don't know what Kazkaban is. We assume it's another prison. And they also tried to get him into a juvenile detention center called Deathbert and Reaper's Juvenile Detention Center. Classic. Love where this is going. Lots of lore. Wonder if it is just a throwaway or not. Does feel like it's an ongoing thing. He was also a Hufflepuff, and earlier in the first chapter of the book, Voldemort's Last Fart, we hear that Voldemort says to Mr. Charger, I know what you're up to with that Hufflepuff oath, which we assume is clownish Kim Jiri, but it's like, I think Nearly Dickless Ned also said people used to call him the clown. So I wonder if that's like, maybe did he dress, like was he like a Joker, as in Batman's Joker kind of character? Like did he dress like a clown? Was he just an idiot so people called him a clown? Not sure. Don't know where all of this is coming from. But yeah, clownish Kim Jiri is an interesting one. So Amy goes on, excited to see what happens next from Amy, official correspondent of Harry Potter and the Boys. Next hour came in from Orlando. Orlando's been sending lots of hours in. And in this one, he says, Hayes Radio Mike, how come they never celebrate Hermione's birthday? Assume you mean Hermione, in Harry Potter. From your favourite Melbourne listener. Good to have you. Don't know. Don't even know when Hermione's birthday is. Apparently, it's the 19th of September, 1979. So I guess, does Hogwarts start on the 1st of September? Hogwarts start date, September 1st. So they start, Hermione was born in the 70s, the late 70s. I guess they all were, because they're 11. They start in 1990 or 1991. So they were all born in the late 70s well, it says here, Ron Weasley, 1st of March, 1980. Harry Potter, 31st of July, 1980. Draco Malfoy, 5th of June, 1980. So, yeah, I don't think we ever see Hermione's birthday being celebrated in the books. It is interesting. Don't know why it doesn't come up. I mean, we assume they're celebrating it. Maybe just wasn't important enough for the books. Because, like, theoretically speaking, every character's birthday happens during the timeline of every book because they all take place roughly over a year or a school year at least. So you could ask the same question about any character. You could be like, well, why don't we ever just be like, oh, it was Charm's class and it was Seamus's birthday. So Professor Flitwick was like, oh, guys, let's have an easy lesson. Everyone sing up. Maybe it's just because it would just be too much to let us know all the characters were celebrating their birthday on that day. But you never know. We don't know. Maybe no one likes Hermione. I don't know. Got a lot of good feedback on both the past few episodes, but Christina said, this is in regards to Nearly Dickless Net. No, I think it was in regards to the Jim Wilkins Choir chapter. She said, bloody hell, what a chaotic episode. Amazing energy to accompany what was going on in the book. Such a great episode. Awesome. And great work to the 1001 songs, guys. Chibs and Bevo, that was awesome. Gannon Bort, regular correspondent to the show, said, amazingly chaotic episode. Loved the storytelling from young Mike. I could really visualize this one. Amazing. Love that we're painting portraits in the minds of our listeners here on this show. Very, very cool. He goes on to say, I do think we discount a lot that Harry was hit with a memory charm. Now, did that happen in Harry Potter and the Boys, the first book? Was he hit by a memory charm at some point? I don't remember that, but honestly, at this rate, it feels like the listeners know more about the books than I do. So I vaguely remember it actually. Maybe he was. I'm not 100% sure. I think I do remember that actually. It was just said that he was hit by a memory charm. Anyway, Gannon-Bort goes on. If Lockhart is anything to go by, it does make you a bit of an idiotus. So if you get hit by a memory charm, it does make you a bit of an idiotus. Idiotus is, of course, a Mike original Harry Potter concept in which, you just are a bit of an idiot. A magical idiot is an idiotus. Except Lockhart's memories are of all the cool shit he pretended to do, where Harry has a lot of trauma that is probably coming out. Also, young Mike probably just thought making him as flippant as Dumbledore, but also negligent, was funny. From Gannon-Bort, unofficial correspondent of Harry Potter and the Boys. Wow, so now we have an unofficial correspondent. Love that. Huge news as well. I'm actually kind of disappointed, and I am going to talk about this over on 20th Century Boy as well this week. But I do want to talk about it here because it's more relevant to Harry Potter. Of course, Secrets of Dumbledore goes out on the 7th of April, which I'm recording this on Monday the 4th. I'll probably put it out on Tuesday the 5th. So in 2 days, Secrets of Dumbledore comes out. Really exciting. The trailers are making me really hyped, and lots of positive feedback because a bunch of people have been lucky enough to go to a preview advanced screening. That's right. Lots of people have gone to an advanced screening of Secrets of Dumbledore. And there's been one, I'm pretty sure, in Melbourne. So people have seen the movie. I'm sorry, why was I not invited? Who is the PR person at Warner Brothers that didn't invite me, Australia's biggest Harry Potter fan, to the premiere of Secrets of Dumbledore? Because I saw that Ellie Miles, the Bachelorette, fucking went. She doesn't care about the deep lore of Harry Potter as much as me. I am so annoyed I did not get invited to the Secrets of Dumbledore premiere. That's all I'm saying. There's lots of movies out that I want to see at the moment, including Secrets of Dumbledore. I probably will just end up seeing it on the 7th. I'm not doing anything. Maybe I am busy on the evening of the 7th. Am I? Just looking at my calendar. No, look, so I'm going to go. I'll go see it on the 7th. And I will do a full review or something similar on this channel and talk about it extensively. I cannot wait for this movie. I'm just fucking pissed off I didn't get invited to the premiere by Warner Brothers. I'm going to try and find out who the PR... Maybe I've got the PR person because of my work. Like, I'm a podcast producer, and at some point... I produce one of the... a big podcast, a big Australian podcast that does interviews. So I'm often pretty connected when it comes to big celebrities. I don't think I have a contact at Warner Brothers, which is very, very frustrating. Oh, no, I don't. So yeah, I don't know why I wasn't invited. Very disappointing, but I've heard really good things. Friend of the show, Dave Lee of Dave Lee Down Under, has seen the film. He is embargoed from talking about it until the 7th, but he was able to do a tease of what he thought. And here's a tweet from Dave Lee. He was on an episode of the show in season 1. Absolute legend. Amazing seeing him succeed in what he's doing. He's doing so well. He said, "The Secrets of Dumbledore is an exciting and enjoyable Wizarding World adventure. Thankfully, leagues above the previous. It's probably the best Fantastic Beasts so far. Great character work, fun adventure, and amazing duels. Fans should really enjoy this one." Boy, am I excited about this movie. And I trust Dave's judgment as well. I don't think he's as huge a Harry Potter... Well, he's not as huge a Harry Potter fan as me, but I do have good feelings about this. Obviously, Crimes of Grindelwald was so average, but yeah, Secrets of Dumbledore is going to be good. I've got a good feeling about it. That being said, it is interesting because I've seen a few billboards and advertisements around for it, and the Fantastic Beasts branding, because obviously it's called Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore, but on all the billboards I've seen, the text Fantastic Beasts is so small. You can pretty much only see Secrets of Dumbledore. And I think wise move, because again, I've said from the start, why does the Dumbledore prequel series have to be branded under Fantastic Beasts? They should have just done it. And I think they've kind of realized that, but they don't want to... Now it's too late to get rid of the branding, to get rid of the title. So they're just making it... if you go on Google right now and look up a poster for Secrets of Dumbledore, you'll notice that, Fantastic Beasts is very small, and it really is just going Secrets of Dumbledore. That's what you see straight away, Secrets of Dumbledore. And I think, yeah, again, another, a good marketing move, because... you see Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald, and you're like, I have no idea what... People don't instantly, normal people who aren't into Harry Potter don't go, oh, that's a Harry Potter movie. Whereas you see on a billboard Secrets of Dumbledore, you're like, oh, a Dumbledore movie, from Harry Potter. People instantly connect with that and know what it is. So very interesting for me. I always am really fascinated by how they market movies and pop culture and stuff. So yeah, really interesting to see that they've taken that kind of route with it. Super excited about that as well. So yeah, in terms of Harry Potter news, there's not nothing too much to report. I did see this article that kind of annoyed me where like there's a deleted scene from Deathly Hallows Part 2. And this, and I've seen the scene. I remember it being in the movie, but maybe I've just seen the deleted scene and I think it's part of the movie, where basically I always thought it was stupid because towards the end of the movie where the Battle of Hogwarts is about to take place, Professor McGonagall, who at this point is headmaster of the school, she says to Mr. Filch, of all people, take all of the Slytherins to the dungeons and lock them up there, right? Which is a ludicrous thing to do because, one, there's literally a war about to break out in this school, right? There's literally a war. People are like, you can't lock up innocent children. Yeah, I know they're Slytherins and maybe some of their parents are on Voldemort's side, but I'm sure there are a bunch of 11-year-old Slytherins who are really scared and want to go home. This only happens in the movie, by the way. In the book, Professor McGonagall does say something like, it's time for Slytherin House to choose a side, to make a decision, right? She lets the Slytherins like make a decision which side they're on. A lot of them go Voldemort's side, but there is no way Professor McGonagall in the movies would tell Mr. Filch to lock up all the Slytherins in the dungeons. Next thing is Mr. Filch takes them, which is also stupid because there's literally 7th year Slytherins who are like so consumed by the dark arts, like Crabbe and Goyle, who would not listen to Mr. Filch, who is literally a squib, and they can use magic on him, and they wouldn't take that. But then the deleted scene is they're all locked up in the dungeons, and it's Draco Malfoy who goes and saves them all and releases them. And you know, I'm glad they deleted it because it's a stupid scene because it just never would have happened in the first place. There's no way McGonagall would have sent all the Slytherins to the dungeons, like 11-year-old, 12-year-old kids to the dungeons in the middle of a war. She was responsible for them. She would have gotten them out. And then, again, like I said, the fact that Crabbe and Goyle and Pansy Parkinson just accepted orders from A, McGonagall, B, Mr. Filch, a squib of all people. It's just so out of character. Terrible movie thing to happen. Absolutely horrible. And people are like, oh my God, people are so disappointed and robbed about this scene being deleted. It's like, no, it's not, because if you understand the books, you'd know that this never would have happened. Anyway, just putting it out there. That's kind of how I feel about that scene. And that article, all Harry Potter articles just like come up for me. Let's finish up by jumping onto the Harry Potter subreddit and doing our little Harry Potter subreddit meme check, where I just mindlessly scroll through the Harry Potter subreddit and see if I can find a funny meme. This can sometimes end up with me just kind of talking because I can't find any memes. Let's see, just scrolling, not many memes so far. Let's do top posts from this month because I haven't done one of these for a few weeks, so there should be something pretty fresh. Okay, here's a meme. It's a picture of the Weasley family, and it goes, me as a kid, the Weasleys are so poor. True, you do think that. Me as an adult, the Weasleys can afford to own a multi-floor home and a car and feed 7 kids on a single income. Pretty good, because, you know, now that I'm an adult, I understand that it is very expensive to look after 1 kid, I assume, let alone 7 kids on a single income. Mr. Weasley must have been making galleons and galleons. Anything else here? Oh, there's the classic, oh no, let's just ignore that. Don't worry about it, guys. Don't worry about it, guys. Oh, this is a great one. There's text at the top, and it says, when you give your phone to your mum to look at one picture, then she begins scrolling. And it's a screenshot of Ginny from Chamber of Secrets in that moment near the start at the Burrow where she sees Harry Potter eating breakfast and she looks at him like, and like, obviously the joke is that's the look you'd give to your mum when she starts scrolling through your phone photos, because maybe you've got nudes on there or something sexual or something inappropriate, maybe smoking, I don't know, just something you bloody don't want your bloody mum to see. Anyway, this is a great, I did see this one. Let's wrap with this one. It's also a deleted scenes in Deathly Hallow Part 1 with Aunt Petunia, where she says to Harry, you think I don't know what they're capable of? You didn't just lose a mother that day. I lost a sister. Someone's changed it though. You didn't just lose a mother that day. And then underneath it's Aunt Petunia smiling. And she goes, you lost your father too, you orphan little shit. Amazing, guys. Hey, thanks so much for listening. Jump on board the Patreon, patreon.com/Radio Mike. Little as $1 a month. Get a few bonus behind the scenes podcasts as well. Would love to see you there. Of course, Chapter 10 comes out on Thursday. Sammy Garlep joins me. And the chapter is called Chapter 10, A Stiff Conversation. Looking forward to you guys hearing it. Look, bit of a filler chapter. I'll give you that much in advance, but it is very funny. And I think, that's what this show is all about. So, yeah, there you go, guys. Look forward to that. And I will hopefully speak to you guys very, very soon. Goodbye, Homoras. Love you. Long time. This episode of Harry Potter and the Boys was brought to you by Radio Mike on Patreon and the 20th Century Boy podcast. For as little as $1 a month, get a bonus podcast every week at patreon.com/Radio Mike. And search 20th Century Boy on your favorite podcast app to hear more from me every single week. See you there. This podcast was a Radio Mike original production. Head to radiomike.com.au to check out all our other content, stay up to date at radio.mike on Instagram, and get in touch, radiomikepod@gmail.com.